Their name is Nick. You might have heard of. Nick is a non-binary lost puppy who writes about being traumatized, being in a traumatized, unworthy, divine, queer, hairy, agender, and ancient body. Right now, they are interested in how intimacies, vulnerability, unlearnings, and art are avenues to personal and collective healing. They like Twitter, nut butter, and compliments. Preferably at the same time.
So I'm a bit of a bummer today. I'm feeling like a bit tender, like a bit of an open wound, so like the wind is hitting me extra hard, you know, like you just feel open. So that's where I'm at today. And basically just a content note and trigger warning for my staff. It's like there's going to be a mention of like sexual violence and rape and explicit language and masturbation and other things. And yeah, so basically my first poem, I kind of wanted to try something maybe interactive if people are into singing, and if not, you can just hear my crackly little voice over this. So basically there's like 2 lines throughout the poem, and like I'm going to count 3, 2, 1, and then we can all sing those 2 lines together if you want. And yeah, basically this poem is about healing and trauma and intergenerational trauma, and one of my like favorite spoken word artists, Alok Vedmadan, talks about trauma as a structure and how we embody that, and this is kind of about the family patterns of trauma and how that exists in us. So the 2 lines are from Marvin Gaye's song Sexual Healing. So maybe I'm going to sing it first, and then you can repeat it, and then I'll start the thing, and like every time you see like 3, 2, 1, then maybe we can do like a room thing if you want, if you don't want to sing.
Yes.
So the part that I picked goes like this. Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. Cool. Okay. Maybe you can try it now. Something like this. 2, 1.
Sexual healing, baby.
Sexual healing, something that's good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. Okay, cool. 1, shower head. When I masturbate with the shower head, I go somewhere else. At a dinner table with bronze faces and floating sentences. We introduce ourselves. I am earth body living out trauma and mundane disappointments. They are the collection of every prayer ever said. They tell me they are the old, dusty mothers of me. They are home. They are the wool doll that sits in the stem of my coat pocket telling me what to keep and what to let die. No thanks, shower angels. I want to fantasize about old boyfriends instead. The ones who never made me come but chafed enough on my insides to make me think feeling burn was the same as feeling pleasure. But these ancient citrus, they hold on to the tips of me and shake me whole. Showerhead strums in the background, these softly spoken lemon tea, yellow bundles, barely faced, melted torsos. They twist my fingernails until forgiveness. Take away all that hardness. They drum against me, make my body taste Good again, my clitoris meets the running of water with teeth tight to these voices, dusty mothers. I feel all the nettles and twisted dandelions sprout out of my cunt and sprawl. They cut me. Memories swell around me in nonverbal hymns. I come only when I come to the version of myself before my salt got stolen. Come only when I hear these mothers say things like, he was wrong. Like, they were all wrong. Like, wrong is not your name. Like, do you hear me? You half Quebecois, half raped, halfway home. Do you want to love again? They tell me I'm enough even when I don't believe it. They tell me I'm not enough even when I'm not even woman, barely even gender, that my gender is actually somewhere between the healing and the top, salty, thermocline layer of the sea. They tell me I can find somewhere to hold my body with gentle again, so now I wait. After I come, I hold hands with teachers in my chest and I wait.
Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me.
2, Quebec. Quebec is a place in Canada. Sometimes you forget how deep your spine opens into the ground. Feel my grandmother's 8-year-old raped and diabetic body watching me. Feel my mom's raped body at 13 on the hairs of my neck. Loud stories about my dad waking up to his gay best friend between his legs before he could say no live under my fingernails. Y'a pas d'ancêtre qui me tient. Y'a pas de sucre dans ma langue. Ma grand-mère avait rien que du diabète puis du sirop d'érable qu'elle pouvait jamais manger. Pas une scène à son nom, pas une scène au nom de son père, pas une scène qu'elle n'a jamais touché, les mots de papa qui l'a dit qu'elle avait aucun droit de vivre, qu'elle avait pas de lettre, le plus viol du groupe, cheveux roux comme la rage te dit, imagine-toi entrer par le sucre des ciels puis jamais l'avaler, le sirop puis l'église c'est tout, puis les cheveux roux comme le cœur brûlé. Now I eat in English because I learned to swallow breakfast quietly. Fuck in English too because it's the soundtrack of my violence, son français m'étrangle. Me fait pogner la terre en moi, c'est le français et ses secrets du village qui me tournaient de bord. How your ancestors fed each other maple syrup and abuse but lived on, got old Quebecois woman in my blood in a stream of the way I roll my R's. Je te dis rien comme un accent de la Beauce Québec, de la Beauce Saint-Zac, du sud de rien, too poor for anything. Je te dis, il y a du sucre dans les yeux de ma grand-mère, même si avec du diabète, tu de regrets dans son compte de banque. I swear there's sugar in my grandmother's eyes, even she had nothing but diabetes and bitterness in her bank account.
Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me.
3, body. My body has imprints all over it. Your fingers, his forearm, your bleached teeth, all the stains of trauma I never needed. Sometimes I think everyone knows exactly what my trauma looks like and where it is because once in a while their fingers will graze over it and they will speak at it and all my stains will come back to life again. Did you think it wasn't rape because Marvin Gaye in the background made it romance? Thought I want to fuck you in Shireen's bunk bed while everyone was downstairs eating couscous and probably making jokes about teenagers?
Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me.
4, healing soup. My healing is like soup. Starts as blank water, feels like faraway bits floating in you, like water, damp, celery, bay leaf, oregano, pepper, carrot, potato, majoram, ingredients simmering at odds with each other. You are nothing but the fighting of all these different things that bite for space. The oregano wants it to be oregano soup, the celery soup, but you wait. It boils. It takes time and heat. One day, everything is a bit softer. All the things you didn't want to own you don't own you anymore. You taste again. Your body tastes again. Maybe you even taste good again. Eventually, you boil the peripheries of each single thing and they find something completely different. They become different. A fresh intersection of different. Somehow you make it out of whatever sandpaper corner you were stuck in, abused in, made tiny in, and then you have to wait for yourself to come back, empty the cavities and lungs and even the wet spaces under your fingernails with that old gray water, bit by bit, day by day. Let the colors soak back in. Some days it will rain in your soup again, and your palms will moisten from nothing, and you will have to go back underwater, but you will keep going. There is no other way, really.
Sexual healing, baby, it's good for me. Sexual healing, something that's good for me.
5. Begin again. Simmer soft. Somehow you get second chances from the femme who stepped on your heart and put it back together, from knowing how scary it is that someone can ruin you and put you back together in the same text message. Who can tap your clit and trauma at the same time, cup the sweat of your lower back in what feels like a space of antiquity, of no time, of lifetime, of spinach queer silence, of soul food, of kisses you wet like mulberry soft, strawberry pour, 7:26 sunset, so burgundy, so open, so quiet, so melt over you. I ask you to bite my nipples harder because I've always dreamed of being on your bottom lip, of being carried around you. Have you ever dreamed of being on anyone's bottom lip? Bitten against the mouth of all of your bodies, moving when you talk, holding to the brittle ends. And when I finished uncummed, because cum is not mine to have yet, I cried dry tears with no water in them. And when I finish, I swear I have a second chance to know my body again, like free petrol, July night, showerhead, rainfall, like I can begin again. Thank you. And I wrote this a few weeks ago when I was thinking about people I love that are depressed, and that people I love that are depressed. That's it. To the ones who are barely one anymore, I want to ask, you okay? The ones that have scars as eyes, fear hardening like black moss in the sockets of their mouths, the ones that stare at faraway ceilings when they're at dance floors and clubs, I want to ask, are you okay? To the ones who hold everyone, I want to hold you. The ones who take worlds and couches and old mommy issues from everyone and everything and make coffee with it. Make brewed stories and fresh bread and healing tea with it. To the ones nothing is ever too much for. To the ones who are nice to make everyone else feel nice. Who feel tired all the time. To the ones who are never told they matter. Who are never told they deserve the lentil, whole grain, tree trunk, mud, last bite of the brownie kind of love. I want to ask, are you okay? I want you to know that you're doing it. Even if they told you you aren't, even if they told you you weren't, even if they told you you won't be, that you're doing it. In all your dripping queer, the trans, not trans, untrans, retrans, deviant trans, bad trans, not trans enough. Does anyone know pronouns for becoming? You're doing it, and it's all happening in the beige Wednesday residue of your breakfast tea. To the ones who hold everyone and take only seconds a day for themselves in broom closet just to collapse backwards. To the ones who are too afraid to give to themselves, don't know how to give to themselves, no one taught how to give to themselves. To you, I see you. I want to ask, are you okay? To the ones who sit on the side of the TLC song everyone knows the words to the ones who are too ashamed to ask what the words are. I want to ask, are you okay? I want to blow your war away, but I can't. I want to, but I can't, so I'll just take the road between your temple and your hairline and stroke it. Let my palms lie to you and tell you it's okay even when it's not. To the ones who are queer and broken. To the broken queers. To the broken queers, to the queer broke who are broke, it's not their fault they're broken. To the ones who are broken in a world that doesn't know how to hold broken, I can hold you. Come over, come spend an hour with me, let my food feed you. I'm broken too, but let my food feed you. To the ones who are told they are past forgiving. To the ones like me. To the ones like you. I want to know, are you okay?